Hi guys, welcome back to this channel. And today I'll talk about two things, right? First is just a short update about life and like why haven't been uploading as much, and then secondly I'll talk about like Dune Uprising, in general. So first things about life. Uh, if you don't want to find out what's happening in my life, go ahead and skip to the next part. Um, in essence, I don't have a lot of time recently. My second kid came um into this world in end September, and so after that it was the Mr. Beast tournament. So flew to US. When I came back, I caught a major bug from there. I was out for 2 weeks, and then in the time my wife managed most of it. I recovered. I've been trying to do some app building, and as a side project, and then after that I fell sick again. And the second time I fell sick in this early November, I fell sick with a very bad cough. I think those who are close to me would know. And this time everyone in the family got it, and I feel extremely guilty about it, and I thank my wife for holding up the fort. And so I think a combination of just like falling sick, just like other projects, and um, being sick, like just have no time to update. And I've been like plowing through this video on like the finals, and I don't think I have time to finish it, and I don't know if I should. But yeah, that's where I'm at least in terms of time. So what I'm gonna try to do, right, I'm just gonna try to talk about Dune Uprising. And so let's just jump into it. So Dune Imperium Uprising, I've been playing it. I love it. This is not my full review, but if you ask me what my review of Dune Imperium is, Dune Imperium has been a 10 and always will be a 10. And this is a new puzzle. I think it's a 10 as well. In essence, if you really like Dune Imperium, like if you play it and you like it, like if your friends like it, and if you have brought it to the table multiple times, I would suggest acquiring Dune Imperium Uprising. Right, I think it will hit the table and you'll play it as a new puzzle. Yeah, it's good. And if you have not played Dune Imperium, I think it's a good starting point as well. So let's say if you have not played like Dune Imperium, or you have not bought X or Immortality, like spending like that amount of money to buy just Uprising, I think it's a good entry point into it as well. I think it's a good time to enter. I think a lot of games will be played just Uprising, so you can just jump right into it rather than having to buy multiple boxes. So I think these are the two groups that it's for, and if you're in one of those groups, this game will be a 10 for you. If you bring like Dune Imperium to the table like once a year, then I don't think this is really the product for you at this point. But I think Dune Imperium is a great game, and I've been really enjoying it. So a little bit about how my experience with it. I've been losing a lot of my games, at least for my first 30 games, right? And I think at this point I've played quite a number of games. But my first 30 games, I think I only won like 10%. Right? That's how miserable as it is. And it's not as though like I'm playing against very good players. Like my first 10 games, I think when I was in North Carolina, when I played, like everyone was more experienced than me, so I thought, maybe it's cause like everyone just has a better feel of the game. So I didn't really think too much about it. I won like one game in that 10. But when I came home and like finally there was a mod available on TTS, and playing on TTS with other people, and sometimes just playing with random like people from TTS, and even though I've played like so much more, I still like lose so much. And to be honest, I really like this part about playing board games. I like learning. I like iteratively learning, right? So I like playing the game like multiple times, getting better, figuring out what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right, and really improving. And I can say that I have improved quite a bit. I'm winning games at a high clip now, and I think that um maybe like you just go into a mentat mode, and that at a certain point of time, like like when you play a game, you see this like pathway to victory, like this golden path, and then now when I play, I see it. I see how I can win the game. Whereas previously I'm just like fumbling around. And so yeah, I really like Dune Imperium Uprising. I'm having a blast with it. I think a lot of people who I'm playing with it also really enjoy it. I think the 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 learning curve from X Immortality to Dune Imperium Uprising, it is very harsh. If you're good at X and Immortality, you'll find yourself losing a lot because I think key concepts are different. And as much as I want to talk about it, or as much as I could talk about it, I don't think I should talk about it. And so this leads to, I think, the final thing I want to talk about Dune Imperium Uprising is that I've not published any tier lists of leaders, of like cards, of like strategy, and the reason being is that I do like people experimenting with the game. I do like people learning about the game. I think when like I talked about Swordmaster and Immortality and how quickly it gets adopted, I think it's too, yeah. I want the meta to move, but that was like maybe 5 months into Immortality. So we figured out that like months prior. There was no tournaments about it, so we just let it play out, right? But these ideas, or like on Conspire lines, we get Swordmaster, and other things, right? All these ideas, like I think that we should talk about it, but in time, you know, like let the meta develop quite more naturally. And so with Uprising, it's the same thing. I don't want to like make people think, have very fixed ideas about the game too quickly, and especially like not digest too much of things that I think we have learned by playing like multiple, like maybe like 50 games already, like, and or more, right? And like what have we learned, and I don't want to translate that down to like the masses as quickly. I feel like we should have a tournament, and we should have some sort of tournament that, you know, at least people can bring their own ideas to this tournament, and people can see which ideas are the best, right? And then after that, I would very gladly talk about, I mean, the tournament and my own perception of the game in respect to like my approach for the tournament. And so with that, we are looking to launch a tournament, or two tournaments actually. One is like a weekend tournament, like just like 2 weekend tournaments, like it's like you come for 1 weekend, you play 3 games like round robin style, and then the next weekend you come and have the top 4 or top 16 battle it out for the winner. And this is some plan that we have, but we don't really have a scripted mod, but we have a resemblance of a scripted mod. And so I think you stay tuned to the channel. I think in the next 2 days I'll try to post something about the tournament details. And then the other tournament we're doing something like what Hidden Assets do, is a long form tournament. You play 1 game a week, and we'll run that I think starting in the month of January, and then we will try to end it somewhere in February, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, details will be launched soon as well. And once those games have been played, I'll gladly talk about stats, and I'll talk about like what I have learned and what things are good. All in all, I really like Dune Imperium Uprising. It is fresh. It is a new puzzle. I was absolutely terrible at it, but at the same point of time, there's so much to learn, so much to play, and I'm really excited for the coming months and the tournaments we have. Well, thank you for thank you for watching this video, short update, no real gameplay. I would be posting a little bit more on like anything you want to like talk about. So I think the next thing I'll talk about a little bit is the currently like just closing off the immortality chapter and like one more meta update. I think there's one more thing that has been developing. I think especially since we changed how the leaders has been picked, like 4-3-1-2, and how one position is doing better than the rest. And in case you don't know, it's position 1. Do you know why? I have a theory about it, and I think it's quite interesting. Yeah, but that is that. So I thanks everyone for watching this channel, and welcome back. See you around.